Welcome back. Today I'm going to take you through some stretches and relaxation techniques. I'm going to be adding some essential oils to my mat. Feel free to add some to yours. Makes the mat smell good and helps the mind and the body relax. It also helps to breathe more clearly. Go ahead and come down into a nice comfortable child's pose. Open the knees to a V and kiss the big toes together. Spread the heels slightly. Bring your forehead down onto the mat. Moving just nice and slow. Start to surrender into the position. This position is very active. It stretches the hips, stretches the quads around the knees, the tops of the feet. Feel the rise and fall of your belly. If you need to move around a little bit, maybe spread your fingers. Grip the fingers to the mat, opening, closing. The oils will also help to move the arms forward and back, sliding on the mat. And that also might feel good to open up the shoulders. Connect to the breath, most importantly, feeling the rise and fall of your belly, the expansion of the back of the ribs. And then go ahead and start to slide forward, moving your hips up into a puppy pose. Slide with the oil, slide with the hands, feel the mat. Open the fingers. This stretch is so great for your back, upper back, thoracic area, opening up the ribs. Maybe bring your chin onto the mat, lifting the pelvis. You can also turn your head to the side, bringing one ear onto the mat, almost like you're listening to something below the mat, the floor, and then turn your head to the other side. Take your time lifting your head up, especially around the shoulders and neck area. We're holding some of these poses for long periods of time to really start to breathe into it and relax the mind, relax the body. Calming breath, smelling the air, blowing out. You can breathe in and out through your nose, Ujjayi breath, or you can breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Slowly take it back to child's pose. Bring your hands under your chin, holding your face, kind of like you're just resting your head onto your hands, as if you were watching something, and then start to move your head just gently from side to side. This stretches the cervical part of your spine, your neck area. Just take your time, maybe opening and closing your jaw. Feels really good, letting the head just drop into your hands. And then gently move back into your child's pose. We're going to start to lift one knee up and then alternating the other. This is a great stretch for your quads, the muscles around the knees, and also for the tops of the feet. The tops of the feet can get so tight, which also connect to the ankles and the calves. Just alternate these a few times. Then come on to hands and knees, all fours. We're going to move into cat-cow, just nice and slow. I'm sure you've done cat-cow a million times in a yoga, Pilates workout class, so feel free to put your own spin on it. This is personally how I like to do cat-cow, opening and rounding the back, and then arching the spine, arching the back, and maybe adding a little push-up variation. It helps to activate the shoulder girdle, the wrists. But feel free if you would like to just do the more traditional style, or just moving the pelvis, arching, rounding the back. That's perfectly fine too. Maybe even circling out the hips. start to turn your wrists the other direction. We're going to do some wrist stretches. These are really great if you do a lot of computer work or you're on your phone or tablet for long periods of time. Turn your hands forward, back, move around a little bit. If you feel these are tight, you probably need these. Really good for carpal tunnel. Breathing, connecting back to that breath. And then we're going to take it into our down dog position. Come on to hands and knees, lift the hips, press the heels down, spread the fingers nice and wide. We're going to hold this down dog for a little while, just warm into it, settle into it. My two dogs do down dog every morning, first stretch of the day. They do their down dog and up dogs. So just take your time. Maybe move around a little bit. Lift the heels up and down. Maybe turn your hips from side to side. Get your wiggles out. Do what feels good for you. Maybe it's holding the position just nice and still and connecting back to the breath. Breathing in and breathing out, exhaling. I usually count about 5 counts in, 5 counts out. Then we're going to roll forward, roll through the spine into our first plank, coming forward onto hands and knees. And then just really nice and slow, this is just warming the body up lower onto your stomach. Chest between the thumbs, chin goes down, and slither through into your first cobra, stretching the upper back. The hands are going to be under the chest and slightly open, right under the shoulders, lifting and lowering your chest up and down. Keep the back of the neck nice and long and pull the shoulder blades down the back. Feel the back of the arms, the triceps lifting you up and down. Feel the chest move forward, the ribs lift, the back get longer, the spine get longer as you move in and out of Cobra. Start to even move into lifting your legs up and down. This helps with the back of the legs. Anchoring the pelvis to the mat, pushing the hips down. Whatever works for you if you just want to even hold Cobra. And then gently push yourself back to child's pose. Remember, this is your practice. This is your time for yourself. So take what you need. If something I'm doing doesn't work for you, maybe just hold child's pose or down dog, just focusing on your breath. Now we're going to repeat this a few times, moving through this series into our child's pose, into down dog, rolling through to our plank, lower, knees down, chest between the hands, slither through into Cobra or up dog if that's in your practice, and then gently push back to child's pose, or you can skip that and move into down dog. So we're going to repeat this a few times, moving with the breath. Come forward through plank. Lower knees, chest down. Maybe don't lower your knees this time. Move into chaturanga. Maybe keep your knees and thighs up, moving through up dog. Push into the arms. And then back to child's pose. Or maybe you go through down dog. Again, inhale, coming forward. Plank, exhale. Inhale to up dog, exhale back to down dog, cycling through with your breath. Move at your own speed, connecting breath and body together. Child's pose, down dog, roll through to Cobra, lower to Chaturanga, inhale to up dog or Cobra, exhale back to child's or down dog. Last time, moving through the breath, roll through plank, knees chest down or through Chaturanga, up dog, child's pose, through down dog, exhale, and hold and breathe. Connect back to your breath. Always connecting back to our breath. That's our home position, our home. And then go ahead, come on down to your hands and knees. We're going to move into a twist. So lifting up one arm, right or left. We're going to do both sides. Opening up, thread the hand underneath the other hand and twist. Maybe wrapping that top arm around the hip and then lifting back up out of it. Switching sides. Lift, stretch, thread your hand underneath the other arm, bring your head down gently to the mat, look up and twist. Maybe bring that other hand up to the ceiling or wrap it behind your hips. Connecting, we're holding about 5 seconds each side. Just breathing into it. And slowly coming out of it. Go ahead, take your time moving into cat-cow, or maybe back to child's pose. Stretching your arms forward, or bringing your arms and hands back to your heels. I like to give my heels a little massage, separating the heels, massaging out the heels. Maybe moving your forehead from side to side, feeling the breath. We're going to come into rabbit pose. This is a great stretch for your back, so you can continue to hold your heels and start to bring the top of your head to the mat. So you're looking to your navel, you're looking up to your belly button, and you're really rounding your back. Not a lot of force is on the top of your head, just barely tapping the top of your head. Hold here for about 5 seconds. Feeling the breath. Sometimes it's hard to breathe in these positions, so just notice if it is. If it is, you can always come out of it. Then lowering back down. We're going to do it one more time. You can thread your fingers together for this one and bring your hand to your head and come into a dolphin. We're going to walk the feet forward. Maybe lift your lift your head up and down. You'll feel a little bit of work in your arms. Maybe lift one leg, then the other. So lots of options here. Maybe just holding this position, getting used. This is to the circulation flow. This is an inversion. Lifting the hips, maybe lifting both legs if headstand is in your practice. You can always do these against the wall too if you're working towards headstand. Inversions are great for blood flow, great for your back, connecting to the breath, then moving back to child's pose. Go ahead, come into a sitting position. We're going to roll ourselves down. opening up to the V position with our feet. Stretching our legs for this one, flexing the feet. So open up, stretch, open up the arms, and reach up and over to one leg. These are so good. These stretches are so good for your hips, your hamstrings. Try to reach past your foot. So not just to your foot, but past your foot. Connecting back to the breath. Anytime the breath is sacrificed and doesn't feel like it's moving through your body, pull up out of it and then switch sides just gently. Nice and easy. Moving to the other side, back to center. We're going to do the same thing, but facing towards the leg, stretching up and over. Just nice and easy. And then over to the other side. Feeling the rise and fall of your belly. Maybe bringing the other arm behind your back. Take your time. Try to elongate your spine, not just rounding your back. And then slowly coming up, folding forward, coming into a forward fold for the next one. So sitting up really tall, up out of those hips, maybe wiggle from side to side. See if you can come down onto your hands. Maybe start to come down onto your elbows. And then if you're flexible enough, maybe onto your chest, your chin. Maybe one ear finds the floor and then the other ear. Remember, everyone's flexibility is different. Don't compare yourself. It's not about just getting there, it's about the journey of the flexibility. I've been doing this most of my life and do it almost every day. So you can too, especially if you practice more. And then carefully coming up, let's bring the legs together, sit up tall and roll yourself back nice and easy. Use your core to our final resting pose, which is Shavasana. Shavasana is corpse pose, nothing more to do, just lay on the mat. Breathing. It's almost like a checklist, a body scan. Laying comfortably onto your mat, closing your eyes down, resetting yourself for the day. Feeling your body just melt into the floor. Take this time for yourself. 10 minutes a day. We're only going to do a couple minutes here, but I always recommend 5 to 10 minutes for Shavasana to let the mind, body reset, relax, connecting to yourself, your breath. Feel your head completely relax. Feel your shoulders, your shoulder blades, your elbows, your hands. Notice with the back of the hands, flip the palms up like you're holding weighted balls and let your knuckles and your hands relax. How about the back of the rib cage? Can you get the back of the rib cage to soften into the floor and the mat? About your low back. You're running a full body scan, just checking in with yourself. How about your glutes, your pelvis? Can you squeeze your bottom, relax, squeeze your bottom, relax. Let it go. The back of the legs, the back of the knees, the calves. Can you feel your calves melt into the floor? Your ankles, your heels. Do you feel your heels touching the floor? Maybe shake the feet side to side, the Connecting back to that breath, the rise and fall of your chest. Give yourself permission to lay here for a couple minutes. The rise and fall of your belly, hearing the sound of your breath coming in and out. How about your face? Can you get your face to relax, your eyebrows, your forehead, your jaw, your tongue? Can you move it from the roof of your mouth? Just letting everything relax. And maybe start to wiggle fingers and toes. Connect back to your mind. Notice your thoughts. And then stretch your arms overhead like you just took a morning stretch. You just woke up for the first time. Bend the knees in gently. Roll over to maybe one side that needs a little extra attention today. Your right or your left side. Come into a fetal position, a tight little ball, like you just woke up from the night. So it's the morning. You're getting up and you gently push yourself up to a sitting position, keeping your eyes closed. To finish up today, stretching up, namaste, and have a great day. Thanks for joining.